So lately I have really normalized just being really transparent about my feelings and feeling all the feelings, because I find that you can't transform part of your life or what needs to be transformed. You can't take your power back if you're not even willing to admit what's going on or acknowledge what's going on, right? And I love to use myself as an example. I don't like to just talk to you all. I like to put myself out there as well. Let me just say this, that transparency does not mean you put everything out there on social media or for the world to see. I do it because this is how I built my brand. You all, I've been willing and ready to lead that charge publicly as long as it helps other women. But it doesn't mean that way. It doesn't mean that for everybody, basically. What transparency really means is being really honest about, what it is that you're going through, what you're facing, what you're feeling, and where those feelings are coming from. So for instance, I have been feeling incredibly frustrated the past few months. I have been feeling isolated. I've been feeling a lot. We would be here forever. And in order for me to truly transform the way that I would like to as a woman, I will be 40 in October. And I realized I had to really get to the root of those feelings. But to get to the root of them and to figure out what that transformation will look like, you have to be transparent. So being honest about my feelings, I've been able to figure out that the reason why this time frame has been so difficult for me is because I'm evolving. I am turning 40. I'm becoming more active in the ministry. I'm maturing as a woman. And honestly, I'm maturing as a future wife. So, wherever he may be at, feel me? But yeah, so I'm evolving, and I didn't catch that I was evolving because I was so used to things staying the same. And so many things have changed for me. Friendships have changed. The way that I choose to dress has changed. The way that I, carry myself has changed. Even the language I'm using, the way that I speak, everything has changed. And I wasn't expecting it all to happen at once, but it is. And I think it's beautiful. I love the woman that I have grown into, like a real grown woman. And I think that's beautiful, but it definitely did not come without its challenges, because when things change like that, it's crazy. Especially if it happens all at once. But the point is, that's my story. That's my story. But in order for me to figure out wow, this is what's really happening, everything is shifting and evolving and changing, I had to really sit with my feelings, and I had to really be transparent and say, you know what? I'm not okay. I'm having a really hard time right now, and I don't know why. And then I had to break those feelings down. And once I broke those feelings down, I was able to figure out this is what's. So the title of this video is transparency leads to transformation. Transparency is not always, let me just tell the world my business. Let me just tell everybody what's going on. Transparency really is, let me just be honest and transparent with myself and with the people who are in my life trying to help me about what's going on, and removing that mask and feeling what I need to feel and being honest and honoring what it is that I need to say, and going forward in truth and integrity and clarity. Transparency can get you to a lot of really deep places and elevated places if you do it the right way and if you stop being afraid of it. So I would just say to you that if you are in a time where you don't know what's going on, you feel like things are all over the place, you feel like life is just happening, stop pretending to be okay all the time and be honest with yourself and say, you know what, I'm not okay, and let me get to the. And that's transparency, and that's transformation. That really is. So I would say to you all, don't be afraid of what it is that you're going through. Don't be afraid to say, I'm not okay. And we've said this over and over again, but for some reason we still put on the superwoman cape. Hang it up. I'm not okay. And this is, let's get to the root of why. And there will be times for you to pick that cape back up and put it back on. But sometimes you have to just hang it up and say, look, girl, let me figure out what's going on with me so I can grow and I can be better and I can really transform, and then put that cape back on to then go out and help others. So that is that. Until we meet again, until some other deep thought comes into my mind and I can spew it all out to you all in hopes that it helps. I love you all, and I will be back for the next video.